Hi, I'm Matthew Crabb, and I'm here to preview the QA Financial Digital Forum USA, which takes place on September the 23rd and the 24th. You can register to attend at www.qafinancial.com, qa-financial.com that is. And I'm here to preview the event with one of our keynote speakers, David Cafero, from Capital One. And David is Director in the Information Security Office and is in charge of card technology, security for card technology. So David, thank you very much for joining us. You're speaking at our event on the 24th. Can you tell us just a little bit about what you've learned in your experience, not just at Capital One, but in your career, about the key challenges in embedding security testing in the software development lifecycle, and what you're going to be focusing on in your presentation?
Yeah, so I've been involved in kind of, I guess, the DevSecOps for quite a while, both before Capital One and continuing Capital One. And, one of the things that I find is one of the biggest challenges to being successful in it, and something I want to, definitely be talking more so at the conference, is the idea of it's not, you got to find good tools, obviously, and having the right tools that match up with your environment, but also working with and understanding the teams involved, the developers, the testers, the ops people, all the different people are going to be involved in getting it from point A to point B, and their challenges and what they're dealing with all play a significant role in the success of any kind of security program that you attach to that process. So the areas where I've always seen the most failure when it came to being able to successfully deal with security is when a tool was bought, no one was consulted, you forced people to hook it into, and then said, fix anything it tells you to. And people sit there going, this is horrible. I don't know what to do. I don't know what this is. Like, you're slowing down the process. Like, we're no longer being able to hit delivery. Like, it's one of those things where, like, if you don't understand both the technology side and the people side of the process, it's where I've seen success fall out of people's hands. Like, in my role, the teams my group, our core job is to consult with and work with, our tech team partners, and we provide that interaction between, the tech teams and our, information security and cyber teams, and the tools they're building. And that is one of those core, that relationship building, that understanding, is what allows myself and my team to be successful and be able to help make these tools become an asset, not just to the cyber program and the risk that we're trying to deal with there, but the success for the teams themselves, like, setting them up for success, setting them up to not have these blockers come in. That's really, where I've seen the success is that partnering, and that's something like, I'm going to talk through in the conference, like what are the things that we've done that help that partnering, that help that, building up those relationships, how it relates to the tools and where those tools are in the process, and how you get that partnering to get those tools in that process. So paying attention to both the technology side as well as that people side of the entire thing.
Thank you. So increasingly large financial firms like Capital One talk in terms of the platform management of a range of software development tools, of value stream management to help them attribute where they're getting value from new tools and from changes to the processes that they make to software development and quality assurance. Are security tools, and is security testing then fundamentally different from any other development process? Is it more complex? less complex, leaving aside these sort of management issues and cultural issues?
No, they're just a different aspect of the same stuff we're doing. Like, I was just, talking very recently to someone, if you want to try to think of it in context of, the software development tools, the DevOps teams, the QA teams, you know, security people are a lot like, your QA testers. Our job is to make sure everything functions the way it's supposed to, and like, does it break when it runs through our tests? We're doing the same thing. It's just our focus is on security and risk-based failures versus, say, input failure, the QA team would be. So it's just a different aspect of the same kind of testing that needs to be integrated in. It's just making sure that people understand that. And then, kind of to something you mentioned earlier, setting up how that becomes a value at the end point, and where that helps generate, and in some ways can help continue to generate revenue, continue to generate, results, and provide that value to the business.
Okay, David, that's great. Just finally, what are the key challenges right now? I mean, in terms of the technologies that you want to apply to security testing, not just to Capital One, but across the industry. What would be the key challenges that the industry is facing?
I think accuracy is always a challenge. In every role I've always been in, if you have significant false positives or anything that distracts from what you're really trying to do, it just creates a lot of churn that doesn't really serve anyone. So, across the industry, I think, continued focus on making sure accuracy is one of the biggest things. But also, the ability for any tools to evolve are a key thing as well. I mean, obviously, what we've seen is the information security world is probably one of the quickest changing areas. As fast as software development, as fast as, our cloud-based technologies and serverless technologies have evolved, the way attackers abuse those things have evolved just as quickly, if not quicker. So the tools that we leverage need to stay with pace, not only with the technology that we're implementing, but with the threats that we're seeing. So you have both this need to be very quickly adapting, as well as being as accurate as possible. And that is what I've seen as being the biggest challenge in the industry, really, for well over a decade. It continues to be that big challenge for us.
Well, David, thank you very much. That's a really nice preview of the event on the 23rd and the 24th. The 24th, when David Carofolo is speaking. If you want to attend, it's all online, of course. You can register using the links below this video post. David, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you on the 24th.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, David.
Cool.